Hey all, is this Synosis? I'm just finishing up the drink. It's hard to get out everything from it, but yeah. Anyway, this is the night challenge now. I'm actually uploading the final 2 parts, by the way, of the Ninja challenge today. I did not upload all the parts yesterday of it, because I realized that sometimes, like uploading like several parts every day is really bad. But the thing is, like, I need to free up space on the hard drive on there. Anyway, we're gonna continue on, of course, on the silly night challenge. So we did save at a long library. This is after we did the boss. Yes, after we did the boss and everything. And we did not go and do. Yes, we did not go and do the place yet. So yeah. So I mean, this is really what we have technically. The mouse cutlass, short sword, axe shield, claymore, and the cutlass. Now the short sword, of course, you don't technically get from a night enemy, but still, it's, certain things, right? And I do allow, the gear, the better gear, when we're grinding and stuff that. But that would only be allowed for a certain amount of time when you grind certain enemies, right? And stuff that. It is because the grinding is not the main part of the gameplay and stuff that. And of course, I won't be able to check all the enemies yet, and stuff like that, We've gotten the Onyx since then, by the way, so yeah, so that's something. But we will need, of course, to we need to do some things, of course. Now, our defense is not that great, right? Now, the 2 medals are pretty big, by the way. And stuff like that, yeah, but there will be a lot of, like we will eventually need to go and get the damage thing, so that now I'm getting some of the, some of the money and stuff that, even though I don't think we will need to get the other shop and stuff that. Now you might have said that, oh, you shouldn't be allowed to use healing items and only like the healing items that they can drop and stuff that, but I forgot if any night enemy actually drop a healing item and stuff that. And here's the thing, right? If we would have had a rule, for example, and I would never have been allowed to use the Alucard sword, Alucard shield, dragon helm, Alucard mail, Twilight cloak, and I mean, I did do the first grind that we did with the short sword, by the way. We did most of the grinds. It was only for that specific grind against the old knights and the Valhalla knights that we did with the other thing. But yeah, of course, we did not get all the drops. We did not get the S-drop from the Valhalla Knight, but we got the Claymore, which is actually the rarer drop, if I remember correctly, which is very silly. But we got cursed. But technically, right, yeah, we can still use the. You can still use the thing. Now I won't allow the bronze craze, of course, and stuff that, like, or the silver plate to be used either. So yeah, so Only 9 damage, that's not that bad, but yeah. There are gonna be some things, of course, like you could go off the Vanos wall already and stuff that. There's something we could do instead of doing the Colosseum and stuff that. Because there's only one thing we're missing from the Colosseum and stuff that. Although we need the Colosseum in order to get the thing. So he needs 3 slashes, and then he would go into the. Because Sword Lord, as we have said, had the knight in the description because because that's a requirement really that I do have that thing in the description. We actually need to do some things here first. We need that hot max up, and we need to go down because we need to go get the health max up, and we probably need to go down and get the garments as well. We have also technically gotten the thing, by the way. We have gotten the thing. so we can technically go down into the caverns. Although there is no night enemy right in the caverns. That was weird. Why couldn't I break it there? That was weird. First time I see that. Yeah, so. I mean, because normally, right, the thing is, why would I go down into the caverns, though, is the question, right? What would be the use of going down into the caverns? Because we cannot... Double jump is not enough, right, to get past the waterfall, right? Now, technically, if you transform, right, if we transform into wolf, that can be really something. But I think we would need wolf charge in order to get over there. I think it's a requirement that you would need. But then, so we could go and do the stuff at the other place. I mean, it would probably be good to go and beat Skulla now and stuff like that, so we don't like skip the boss or anything, you know. Even though the main problem, right, is that we won't. I mean, we could. Because there is no like shortcut that will unlock. The only thing which we would unlock would be that we would unlock the way into the entrance area, which, I mean, that would be good to unlock, of course. Attack potion and library card. We do have a library card though, so that is pretty good. But then there are certain things that I'm thinking about in the back of my head, basically, because they're of the next challenge that we're probably going to be doing. Actually, let's go and do this, because we do have a library card. Actually, let's not do that first, because we did not get the thing last time around. We did not get the teleporter. I'm gonna allow. Nah, I thought about getting the a la carte set and stuff that used to make grinding for certain items easy, because there are definitely certain items where I feel like the luck matters more, depending on the drop rate of an item, more than the whole rare item appearance thing does. But yeah, and I mean, with the night challenge, as I said, like, you're not allowed to transform hardly at all. The thing is, you're only allowed to transform when you need movement and stuff like that, so yeah. Okay, so statue is not open yet. Hopefully it doesn't take too long and stuff like that, yeah. Now normally, yes, I would just go and beat a Minotaur and Werewolf now, probably, because that's probably easy at this point. I mean, I've gotten, of course, the Cutlass. The Claymore is still considerably stronger and stuff like that, but yeah, it's just, you know. Now the thing is, the night enemies that we have left, technically, in the first castle, I'm pretty certain, because the Hellfire Beast, or whatever you call it, right, the King or Lightning Mail, that does not count as being a night enemy and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if the description is different, right, in like the Japanese version or whatever, right, that like, because I would like to know if someone knows, you know, someone like, you know. Because I know that there are people that know way more of the, you know, like the whole translation thing, right? And stuff like that, because, you know, if there's a version, for example, where, like, keep in mind, right, the name of the enemy, even if the name of the enemy is a knight, if it doesn't have knight in the description, then it won't count. For example, none of these brothers count as knight enemies, even though they clearly are knight, right? But they're like older of the brothers because they're called brothers basically. But like the older of the Knight brothers, because like are these called Knight brothers in certain versions, right? Would be the question. Because of course, if you could get the stuff from these guys, they hit hard by the way, so I have to be careful here. Especially the blade guy. We haven't gotten his name though there, that was weird. I think it's only the first time we attack him. But yeah, you can drop both the hunter sword and you can drop the gold plate. I think it is. The hammer, I forgot exactly, the hammer can of course stop the hammer, but he can also drop something else. I know that using the claymore would be actually be more dangerous and stuff that to do. Actually we're gonna... Yeah, we're gonna do that. So now we have that teleporter there, which is good. Attack potion. That brings up to 44. And it says defense up, which is wrong by the way. Yeah, we definitely now we slap now, we have 19 damage with that. Right, I don't think that cloaks drop from anywhere though. I think they did back in the day, or like I remember, like, I mean I do remember a lot of false things, you know. I was a bit scared though. I'm not gonna lie, we are gonna need to heal with something. Let's use the pot roast, because that's the lower healing. We don't, because I don't want to waste a bunch of heals. Oh yeah, it does have the thrust back. You can use it on the floor and only in the air. That can technically give you flight as well. Oh wow, we three-shot him. The claymore. But the claymore is not the best thing in the world, you know, and stuff that, yeah. Let's go the upper part so we don't aggro the sword. Because there's some money over there. I also thought that should have been something over there as well, but yeah. Oh, and of course the axe is allowed because the axe actually drops from one of their things. Now we're gonna take that upper path though, but yeah. So I mean, like, the only thing we're missing here would be the stock and stuff like that, but yeah, you need to grind from the enemies and you need to get their drops in order to be allowed to use it. So that's the question, like when are we gonna get an armor? I know we can get platinum mail, but that's not until the second castle. Which is scary. Which is actually really scary, like having to get to the second castle to get the platinum thing. Yeah, that was it. They don't last a long time, the whole thing is right, they don't last a long time. I mean, we are gonna be able to break that, by the way. Yeah, this is so much better having this, because now we two-shot them. So we can unlock that at least. Yeah, 2 swings. See how much that does. Do we use Minotaur and Werewolf right away? Now we do heal up first. Before we fight Minotaur and Werewolf. We can technically also, once we get the mist, by the way. I mean, mist is not flight, but we will need that to get the bat. But we could go the reverse way also and pick up some stuff, I think. Give 52 damage, that's bad. Who's bad? Yeah, that's not the best thing. we don't have a... but I like this. It seems that I need to do the spacing properly. Yeah, jumping to the racks is a good idea. Do we have... Yeah, it probably would be easier if we wouldn't use a claymore. Yeah, I know that I can do that fight a lot cleaner and stuff like that, but you know, the thing does get a bit scary when you have like low defense and stuff like that. Especially if you don't allow yourself to use like the fists and stuff like that. I need to quote unquote train on that fight, by the way, because I know that I can do that fight a lot better even with two-handed weapons. So there's the form of mist, which is nice to have, of course. Which means technically now we could use the meter to go and try and get the bat form. But we're not gonna do that yet. We're actually gonna go through the reverse way here. And stuff that, yeah. Even though they don't count as knights, I don't think the ones that were in the... Yeah, you just get past him, we don't need to kill him. So we can go up here and get these. With the morning star. So corner guard, I don't think they count as knights. We can technically get it this way, although I don't know how much damage it does, that's the main problem. Because if this is only doing 1 damage, then that's really, really bad. Because the trick is normally to use the fist, you know, and stuff like that, but, you know, we can do it safe from a distance here, which is good. Now, could you hit it with, for example, could we hit it with, we don't have any usable. Yeah, we don't have any usable, we did not put them, now technically we did put a neutron bomb down here. But I don't know if that's enough, and we need to be the correct distance from it. Okay, we did do some extra damage there at least. And now, of course, yes, if we had new, you will knuckle, but you will knuckle it not until Castle 2. But see, here's the thing, if this is only doing 1 damage, then this is gonna take a really long time. But it did not. And see, that was still a lot of XP. Iron Ball! But we're probably not gonna be able to allowed to use the Iron Ball. No, we are. Because that's the... here's the thing, right? So the Iron Ball dropped. The thing is, that can also drop from this with the Knight enemy. That can drop from the Knight enemy. And I mean... yes, the thing we killed was not a knight, obviously, but we can actually go and get these. We only need a double jump for that. That's actually very useful. Yeah, I forgot you only need double jump to get these. Yeah. Oh wait. Nah, there are ones that are further away then, so you can only get the earlier ones. See, that one you can get, but you cannot get that one. Was that the same before, that there was some one I missed? No, because this is the next one. Yeah. Nice. Now that one we can get. So we're not able to get all of them. I think that we could buffer that with nah. Because stuff like the wolf rise requires like a transition, I think. Isn't this where you can crash the game? If you approach it from the other side. Doesn't this crash the game? I'm curious because maybe it's fixed in the Requiem version, I don't know if it's fixed. And I want to hear what this dialogue is like in Japanese because I don't think we listened to it last time. Because we did not go this way. No, we don't get that because we have defeated Minotaur and Werewolf, so we won't get the dialogue. Is there anything more we can get in Alchemy Lab that we could not get before? I don't think we can reach the top there. I mean, there's nothing else we can get in Alchemy Lab even with the double jump, but yeah. Yeah, not even close. But yeah, so now, how much? Okay. Yes, we could go down here, for example, get the muzzle or get the sunglasses and stuff like that, but you know, it does not really fit a purpose. But we can go through the, we can go and get the Spirit Orb. And stuff that, just so we can finally see our damage and stuff that, because it is going to be important because certain enemies cannot resist certain things. Now, of course, I know that it's not the best to use the claymore and stuff that. There are better things, you know. But yeah, you kind of need a fast weapon against the Minotaur and Werewolf fight and stuff, that's it. So yeah. I still don't know what the second drop is from the Axe Knight though. And stuff that, because you know, for all intents and purposes, right, we got the axe from that, but we didn't get what the second drop was. Right, because what if the second drop is an armor, then that's like very, very huge. Then if we miss out on an armor. Here's the thing, that even if it's like leather plate or like bronze or whatever, right, it still matters a lot, you know, because of the fact that they are a night enemy. So yeah. So we need to go down here. They also aren't mentioned to be knights in the name and stuff, that is fingers and stuff that. We cannot reach any of those stuff yet, even with the double jump. Now if that torch would have been placed differently, then we could have definitely gotten it and stuff that. I don't think that this thing is too high up. Yeah, it's not too high up. Now if there is one that would be placed correctly, then we might try and go for it. Nah, that's not placed correctly either. I think they did that on purpose, of course, because they knew that people were gonna, even though the hitbox is very, very janky when it comes to that. Spirit Orb. Let's go through the forbidden route, why not? Because there is a plate lord here that you can face off against, and you wouldn't need to go far because it's the first enemy here. To become a Plate Lord, yes. Only a few swings of that. And the Plate Lord of course can drop the Iron Ball, but I forgot what the second item is the Plate Lord can drop. Now normally, as I said, you know, normally you're only allowed to grind really the enemies that are like, you know, the enemies that are actually, you know, knight style enemies and stuff like that. But of course, sometimes you need to kill enemies to get past them as well, you know, and stuff like that. But yeah. Now keep in mind, of course, that if we don't get an armor, if there's no armor that you can get in the first castle, for example, then the second castle will become very, very dangerous. Except we probably need to go left side in order to face off against the knights that we need to kill and stuff like that. Because in the second castle there's both the bomb knights and the other knights and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm pretty certain that we can do this now. Nah. I'm gonna try again. We did not open the shortcut yet, so yeah, because that's just the hot max up. We'll use the hot max up. The hot max up is actually pretty important because of the fact that we only have access to the axe. I'm doing it too early. We need to get closer to where it is and we can do it. I think we could have. Nah, that's okay. We need to learn how to do that. I'm pretty certain we can do this actually, that we can do the false strats. Nah, we can. Yeah, we don't have the transformations needed for this. Although we can get this, We don't even need the double jump to get this actually. There's another hot max up, that's good. Any more? And I am double checking here what they say, specific in the description. Oh. Skeleton swordsman. Now this is called later on in like Aria's horror game. This type of enemy, the one with it is often called like skeleton knight and stuff. So that's kind of technically why you allow the short sword, because it's the first stop that you get. So the axe knight is still axe and something else, and I think it's an armor piece from the axe knight. Slinger, of course, bone hurling skeleton. This is also technically a knight enemy, but they don't have the knight in the description, so they don't count. Yeah. And I know that we went over it last time, but I don't remember everything and stuff that. So yeah. I have the armored knight with iron ball. And I forgot what the second drop is. Well, armored axe knight, so you see we've gotten both drops on that. Armored warrior with Naginata. Yes, Bigger doesn't say that it's a knight. Slow flying skeleton warrior again. This is like flying skeleton knight or something. I forgot exactly what it's called, but of course, yeah. a knight armored with greatsword, cutlass, and whatever the other drop is on that. Armor load, of course, heavily armored undead warrior. That does not say that it is a knight. Armored guard song in perilous areas. Yes, that isn't a knight either. Headless skeleton. It's a rapier. Yeah, heavily armored knights, sacred trainer, you see cutlass and medal there. Bloodthirsty under knight returns. Yeah, the S-stock there using claymore. It's a rarer drop, but we did not get the S-stock. Giant brother uses huge steel hammer. Eldest giant brother will still use daggers. Yeah. So they aren't mentioned to be knights anywhere at all, which is a bit sad. But yeah, keep in mind, of course, that I will allow shop items, but that's only, you know, if there are certain quote-unquote ifs, how to speak, you know, but yeah. Now, what would the next run be after the night run? Would it be the summoner run? Because the main problem would be is that the summoner run would require a lot of luck free, or like it could be a really long time before we reach the first stage in that, because that would be a big problem, because we would need to make sure that okay, we can record for a really long time when we do that challenge, which is the main problem, right? And of course, the fact that we already killed it is good and stuff that, so yeah. And of course, this will be bad. Now, are we gonna kill the Sword Lord? Or are we gonna go for like are we gonna go for Kazuma already? Is the question. Now, we're not allowed to use solo bat to like fly around completely. Now, gravity bullets will of course be allowed and stuff that, which is gonna be the main way we're gonna fly. So the only time we can use the bat is if we have to. Right, so we're not allowed to use the bat. We're not allowed to use the bat to get for example, to the power of mist. We're not allowed to do that because, you know, transformations are to be kept at the minimum and stuff that. So yeah, drinking some water. So stats aren't the greatest, and that's when you lose the fight like that. Because I did that on purpose, of course, because I was gonna see if something special happened and stuff like that. Because yeah, keep in mind that the death skip that we did, by the way, was not planned really, right? Because yeah, sometimes it's just better to use the standing swing. Because if that thing moves a special way that you can then just easily deal with it, but yeah. Now I don't remember if the first Knight is used leather shield. That's what it drops, because that would feel weird. But yeah. Keep in mind, just Claymore won't be the best leader and stuff there, but yeah. Evil Knuckle will of course be pretty big, by the way, especially against the enemies that are kind of weak to it and stuff there, because yeah. And again, the only thing that would drop from the books that would be important would be like the money and stuff that. But you might say, oh, but you won't be getting a single cape through the game with all knights and everything. And that would be true, right? So that, but maybe we would allow at some point, but that depends completely like what our armor situation looks like. you know, especially after we have farmed all the drops from quote-unquote the enemies that are knights and stuff like that. Now, of course, if we would do like a skeleton run, as I've said, like that could be a thing, like a skeleton run and stuff like that, because, you know, now technically you could say that the Axe Lord would be allowed, the Axe Lord armor, but it's not. I mean, that's the closest to the clock. Actually, let's slap on more defense. Let's slap on the Axe Lord shield and the cutlass. Yeah, so move up the claymore, move it up to the morning stories. And keep in mind that once they're down here, you're not allowed to use them, except for, of course, that that on-use item that we had. Because there are certain on-use items that I'm gonna allow, like in emergency cases, most likely, not, you know, stuff that. So when I use those attack potions there at one point there to be safe, you know, like. Because again, I will move up a thing, for example, if it's like allowed from something else, you know, but yeah. The Night Shield, I don't remember if there is a knight that actually drops a Night Shield or not, you know, but yeah. You can see we're still keeping the Alucard sword there though, because I still will allow it in farm and stuff that, depending on like what it is that you farm. So yeah, so none of these are allowed, of course. And stuff that it's only that it will be allowed still when you farm. You will be allowed Dragon Helm, you will be allowed Alucard, you will be allowed Twilight Cloak, and you will be allowed the Alucard sword, but that depends on what we grind, of course. Stuff that, and I will be allowed like the Necklace of Yay as well. But I won't allow the Alucard shield anymore and stuff that, so yeah. Because the Alucard shield we have. Because I make it so that we need to get the gravity boots, because that will be our main source of light. So we won't be able to, I won't allow us to fly up there, so yeah. I don't know how much less damage we're gonna take now from these. That was pretty good. Not gonna lie, not the worst thing in the world. Of course, if you allow yourself to backdash against these enemies, then they are a lot easier actually. Yeah. But see, that's gonna be an issue for a long time, you know, the fact that our weapons are weak. Now, I do believe that the airstock is considerably stronger over, like, the regular claymore and stuff that. Which is important, but yeah. Now, the danger is, of course, if we enter this second cast with only 16 defense, then yeah, there are gonna be things that they aren't gonna one-shot us. I mean, certain things are gonna one-shot us and stuff that, but it's like, yeah, the second caster is very dangerous if you have low. So here we will allow it. And you might say, oh, why do you allow the flight from here? We do allow it because this leads to gravity boots, and gravity boots will be the only way that we quote-unquote allow us to fly. Right, and we also will allow the bat. We will allow the bat in for example, because we need to use the bat to get to the spike breaker. But now we have gravity boots. And with gravity boots we can get inside catacombs. Which would be good. Now normally you might say, oh, but do all rocks first and stuff that, you know, which is good. Of course doing all rocks would be good. And stuff that. Because then we can safely get through the vacuum. You might say, oh, just go and get power mist, for example, because that would be probably allowed as well. And stuff that. But getting to power mist would be tricky at this point. Getting to power mist would be a bit difficult because of the fact that you need to, of course, slay all the goose or geese like enemies, like the flea rider things, but yeah. Again, there are some interesting things here that we need to remember. Because there will be maximum health here that we can get our hands on as well. But yeah. I might say, oh, but what about accessories and stuff that, like, you know. Again, I don't remember if there's any accessory that says something with knights in it and stuff that, you know. Metamorphose. So a bunch of meal tickets, and then of course the moonstone. I do think we need to slap on the claymore here though. Now there, of course, it is very important for us to kind of grind out some of the, you know, like do we go back to that place in the first castle, or do we go back to like the alchemy lab at one point, you know, to do some stuff. And this will of course be for one of the rings. Yeah, see the charge there did a lot more damage than we think. And this is gonna be a gold ring. And the other one is a silver ring. Gold is probably to represent the evil thing, like with like greed or whatever, right? Gold, and then the silver ring is like purity, because it's from Maria and stuff that. Technically, right, that's what it is that Maria gives to the silver ring, technically. It's why you could say that it is that she leaves the day like, oh hey, you know, like. Okay, so did we... I think we gold gained a level up there. So yeah. Our levels are what now? 23, okay. only 4 defense and only 6 when we do the other equip and stuff. That's yeah, it's really, you know, not great. Now, of course, the reason why I'm waiting to go and beat Kazuma, for example, is the fact that Kazuma, or basically like the Kazuma, aka the Malphas fight. Is it called Malphas? I forgot. That's actually a pretty good set. He is going bananas! Actually, it's not that bad. Even with the low defense there. But keep in mind that if we would have gone there earlier, that would have been real bad. But yeah. No, I don't know if there would be a cloak, as I've said, that we would allow and stuff that. As I said before, right, if we would use all the stuff that makes sense for a knight, for example, then the only cloak that would make sense would be the royal cloak and stuff that, but yeah. And here, of course, you get the scimitar and stuff that, but yeah. I know that from the discus lord we can get the chakra, and I'm pretty certain that the other drop from the discus lord is an armor though, and stuff that. And the question is, how good is the armor, right? Because, you know, like, there's no need to farm the armor from other ones if the armor is good enough from the discus lord. But that is the question: is the armor good enough? Kerberos is going to be a bit annoying though, because the weapons we have for Kerberos isn't great, because this weapon swings too slow. And the other weapon doesn't deal a lot of damage, it's only 33 damage. Which is not the best thing. It's actually very, very bad damage. I might say, oh, go to Alchemy Lab again, because there are things we can pick up in Alchemy Lab. I think it's none of those of progression though, they are used to like a familiar and then like the wolf skills. I forgot, is it both the wolf skills that are in the end, or one of them is in the entrance area and the other one is in another location. And yeah, this is not killable. But I believe this is where the place is. By the way, this is where the door would be. Well, technically not here, it's technically down there, that's where the door would be, because the stairs is not here, and that's the door that leads into one of those special areas. We're just fully doing this here because, you know, because it's important. And keep in mind that, yeah, something that are keeping us more safe is the fact that we're gaining levels and stuff that. Now, especially of course the fact that we're grinding certain enemies, so that we need to grind certain enemies. Another thing is though that the Vandal Sword grind, or rather the Sword Lord and the Vandal Sword grind. That is going to be very important to do. And this is just going to be this and then the banana in the other room. How much is the max health? Our max health are now 114, which is good. So yeah. But I really want to get to where the Discus Lord is, by the way. We might get the holy symbol later though. I really want to test out though if the controller thing works and stuff that. And I'm pretty certain that I could plug it in with my with the cable and stuff that. I forgot if there was a combination hold up and triangle or something like that. I forgot what the input was because it's not a single button press. It's 2 button presses, I think it is. So I probably need to research that. Because if we can get into the mine really early, for example, then all we would need to go and get is the Euro open, and then we will be able to go down, and then we will be able to break this. Because that's important for the stamina run, by the way. Because the thing is, in the stamina run, we will only be able to do damage with monster vials, and then we will need summons, which would be familiars. And stuff like that, and so you might say that, oh, there are other familiars that you can get earlier and stuff like that. But if all we need to do is be able to get into the cave, by the way, then we don't need double jump even and stuff like that. Because in the cave we can go and get devil and stuff like that, and then we do have damage at least, you know, and stuff. There we go, that's how we do diagonal. Something up here by the wooden bridge. So for somehow, like the first time I played the game, it took me a really long time to discover the second castle, because for some reason I knew that thing broke the bridge there, but I never connected that. Like I probably zoned out when I was younger and I did that, you know, and stuff that. Even though I wasn't super young when Symphony of Night was out, you know, because it was what, right, 97 is what it says, but I think that date is only for the United States and stuff that's not when it came out in PAL. It came out at around the same time that Final Fantasy VII came out. And I talked about the story before that how I was in the store and I saw both, and I don't remember in what order I got them, if I got Castlevania first or if I got like the Final Fantasy first. Did I go behind the waterfall? Yes, we did. Because that was a health maximum, I'm pretty certain, and this is gonna be a health maximum here as well. I want to kill both of them because I think that they are different. So go through with a wolf, turn into Imagine if they made a Maria mode that was more that she was a dude, she turned into the animals instead. She could turn into a wolf. Black Bat would get replaced by wolf, you know. No, oh hell yeah, no. Now we're gonna only make 2 parts, you know, and stuff that, like, because I thought about that, you know, like maybe like recording too much is not good, you know, and stuff that, you know, like, you know, because then people might miss out on a few videos. It's very rare that people go back unless they really like the series. Yes, they were only doing 18 damage to the whole knight. Yeah, I think that Claymore deals less damage to the whole knight for whatever reason. So Cutlass into Accord Shield. We have 7. Okay, 14 is not that much worse. But yeah, this is where the path would be, by the way. Life max up and power of wolf. Dog barking. What's the dog doing? 7 damage from the zombies. Yeah, that's, you know, if you think about our level, we're level 24 and then we're still taking that much damage from the zombies. Now, of course, I did allow the medal to be from the shop and stuff like that, and that was because we have already gotten a medal and stuff like that, but yeah. Now, there might of course be an argument that you will allow to use certain quote-unquote there is like an argument to be had that you would allow certain things from the shop eventually, like not right away, right? If you could give like lower explanation, like why the knight came across this, you know, and stuff like that. Oh, the knight went to blah 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 or something, you know. Because do I think we have enough damage? Probably not. Salute me! Though I missed. Ah, there we go. I'm starting to remember how to do diagonal properly. Like the diagonals aren't as easy as they look sometimes, you know, but they're not as hard as it looks either. But it is that you need to time it correctly because otherwise you're never gonna get it. I know that I could have used missed past it, but I don't think he respawns, right? If you go far enough away, right? But you need to actually exit the room. No, he doesn't respawn, so we need to exit it. I jump off ski. Come frog battle! It's time for our frog battle! Monkey! That should be enough. I think a lot of people let him get too close that he can actually hit it from a very long distance. So we're gonna go to the save. We're gonna go to the save. Abandoned pit to the catacombs. Right, so this has been part 3 of the night challenge. And next up is gonna be part 4. And I see you all then.